Hello and welcome folks, Pauleh here, or should I say Commander Pauleh. So, welcome to Elite Dangerous, created by British company Frontier. So, I've been looking at this game for a good while now, and the game finally released and I couldn't take it anymore, I had to get it. And I figured I'd bring you some footage of it. Now, originally I was going to do a quick, just a quick look video, give a summary of the game, but the game's too big for that, and it's something that I'm going to have to keep coming back to just because there's a decent amount of stuff to do and things to progress, and I can't fit it all into one video, so this is going to be an ongoing series. Hopefully it should be good. And yeah, let's get to it then. I'm going to go ahead and jump into the game. It's worth pointing out that this is an online game, but it can be played solo or privately with friends. So the way it works is it is a persistent universe, and any actions you do when playing solo or in open play will affect everyone else. For instance, if you exhaust a trade route, for example, they no longer want to buy this product because they have an overabundance of it, and you did that during solo play, that will still affect every other player out there. So that's worth keeping in mind. Now, for the sake of this little video, at least this particular one, I'm going to play solo. That gives me a chance to slowly explain everything and hopefully not be harassed. There's still going to be AI in this though, there's going to be NPCs inhabiting the galaxy, but when I normally play it will be on open play so we can see other players and whatnot. That's my ship, the Sidewinder. We'll be able to see the inside of it in a moment. It's not orange, although a lot of the inside is. So, this game is set in the Milky Way, and there is about 400 billion star systems you can visit. It is insane, absolutely insane, and I'm going to be able to show you here in a moment. It's taken a little bit longer than normal to load. I believe there was a couple of server issues this morning. It just restarted not too long ago. There we go. Now, I brought my ship back to the starting dock, at least the dock I started at. I think this will be a good place to give you the rundown. So, welcome to my ship. This is the cockpit, and we're currently inside a hangar. And yeah, I'm going to try and go for everything slowly. Keep in mind, I'm a complete noob at this game. I haven't watched any tutorial videos, although I should have. I've not messed with the training that they offer. I've literally just jumped into the game and started figuring stuff out myself. I've had a little help from a friend who's told me the hotkeys and whatnot, but once you get that down, it's really not too bad. Although there's a lot more things you can do which are a bit more advanced, which I have no clue about, but I'll try and do my best to give you the rundown on them. So, well, here we are. This is the HUD. In the center, where it currently gives me this little menu, that will normally be the radar, but since we're in the hangar, why don't we take a look. Currently I have access to the services of this starport, and let's have a quick look at what they offer. As you can see here, I can repair my ship, I can refuel if needed, but currently my ship's in good condition, so no need for any of that. You have the bulletin board. Now this is where we'll be picking up missions and whatnot. I'm hoping a mission will pop up here soon. There was one when I logged off, but now it's gone. And I don't particularly want to do this one, but we'll see what happens. You've got your contacts, which is basically no criminal record. So this is where you can pay your bounties. You can hand in like bounty contracts if you took a bounty on someone. All sorts of stuff you can do. And as far as I'm aware, if you end up getting a fine from doing something like loitering around a docking pad, killing another player, carrying illegal goods, you'll have a fine, and I believe you have 24 hours to pay it, or a certain amount of time to pay it, and if you don't, you'll get a bounty on your head. So that means other players can come after you. I'm not sure about the NPCs, I don't know if any NPCs come gunning for you, but players definitely will. And we got outfitting. There's a quick look at my ship. Here I can just change various bits and pieces here, which is pretty cool. There's a quick overview of the ship. I haven't really messed with any of this. I'm just slowly trying to amass some money and then work out if I want to upgrade my ship, if I want to buy a new one, or you know what do. So universal carto. What's this? Oh, this is data you can sell. So yeah, if you travel to various systems and you know you basically scan planets, just plot it out basically, you can go elsewhere and sell this information to people and they'll want to buy it. So that's not too bad. But yeah, got to talk a little bit more about the ship. Hopefully we'll get a new mission popping up soon. So the cool thing about this is what I like the most is that when you look around, like it's a free look mode when you're inside your ship. If you just look over here, you'll bring up a menu, and like it goes away when you look away, it just pops back up. I think that is really cool. The immersion here is amazing, and I heard a lot of people praise this game with virtual reality headsets such as the Oculus. Yeah, it sounds amazing. The only thing I regret at the moment is not having a joystick and throttle to play with, because this game would be perfect for it, as many are doing currently, so that's something I may invest in the future. So here we go. We've got navigation here, and this is various points that I can, you know, basically quickly plot to navigate to. A bunch of different stations and some nearby systems. We've got transactions. If you pick up a job, it will appear here and it will give you all your information. Contacts. This is basically anything within the vicinity of you. I believe you can increase the your scanner radius. I haven't messed with that yet, but currently I'm in solo play, so no players are going to show up. But if there were any player ships in the area, they would show up here. So I'm guessing this is an NPC ship that's just turned up to Python. And high energy FSD wake. You know, I could go check all these things out. Here's the current starport I'm currently in, and then you get things like sub targets and cargo. So if I target this, there we go. You might get sub targets. You could scan it if I had a scanner on board. But yeah, this is cool if you want to basically scan someone's ship, find out what cargo they have before hitting them. Okay, so a quick look at this side. This is your status. It shows you your reputation. Currently there's 3 factions. The Alliance, the Federation and the Empire. Each have their own different, you know, policies, beliefs and all that good stuff. But currently neutral at the moment. I have about 14,000 credits. That's just from a few hours play. And let's have a look. Here we go. System status. Influence. I'm guessing that's like, I'm not entirely sure if that's reputation. I'm not entirely sure how it works. There's a civil war going on at these 2 places. Finance. Yep. Ship insurance. All that good stuff. My stats here. I've spent 195 credits on fuel, so I haven't really gone very far. Some combat stuff here, assassinations, bounties, profits from bounties and so on. There's a permits where you need permits for various things. So here's the modules. This is all my ship systems. I can increase the priority, see what their, you know, what their health stat, if they're damaged. I can turn them off. I can give more power to them. You've got your fire groups here. Cargo, I've got no cargo at the moment. And functions, I can turn some of these on and off, landing gear and so on. Thought landing gear should be on at the moment. Change my faction, flight assist. Pre-flight checks. For the sake of this, I'm going to turn this on just to show you. It's pretty cool. And self-destruct, but we're going to go ahead and stay away from that. So yeah, that's basically the basics of your HUD. Although up here you've got your comms where you'll get stuff from NPCs and players. You've got information up here which is pretty useful to keep an eye on. If a ship comes in within your sensors, it will be called a contact, so you'll get, 4 contacts have popped up. Down there you've got your fuel gauge, your ship shield, a bunch of stuff down there. I still haven't got it all. I'm not entirely sure what the cargo scoop is. I'm assuming that's for picking up dropped cargo in space. Landing gear, that's pretty obvious. Mass locked. If you're trying to basically jump, I think it's called frame shift in this game. If you're trying to frame shift your frame shift drive, that's basically jump into hyperspeed if you used to Star Wars. And you can't jump to another system if you're mass locked. Mass lock means you're within the vicinity of a big object, such as a planet, a sun, starport, and that you can't jump until you get away from it because there's some sort of gravitational pull or obstructing you. I'm not entirely sure how it all works. I'm not going to try and claim I know, but yeah, that's that, and that's the lock on meter there. So I think that's about everything. Let's see if there's a bloody mission yet. Come on, baby. Here we go, perfect. So they all have their own little text which tells you what's what. Basically, this is just to haul some scrap from one place to another, and we can do it. It's going to pay me about 3,000 credits. Not much, but it's great for starting out. If you're brand new, just pick up these missions and go and do them. It's worth noting that at the bottom, sometimes it will say special, and keep an eye on that, because it could be that if your ship gets destroyed, the mission is the mission's failed. It could also mean that the goods you're carrying are illegal, so you don't want to. You want to make sure you're not carrying illegal goods if you have no clue what you're doing, because that's part of smuggling, which I'll go into here in a moment. But yeah, if I fail this mission, I'll have to pay 97 credits, but that's nothing, so that's fine. We've got the mission. We can go ahead and find out where we need to go. The system is LTT 18486. Okay. So what we're going to do is navigate. Here we go, there's the system we need to click, so I'm just going to go ahead and plot that. But here we go, this is the Milky Way, and as you can see, it is big, it is massive, and check this out. Let's just zoom in. Every single goddamn star here can be visited. Every single one. Every single blip you see, every star you can visit. 400 billion star systems you can visit. It is insane. I still can't get my mind around this. But yeah, it is epic. Anyway. And just to show you, there's a lot, I mean, when zooming in, we zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and like, we're currently here, and we need to be down here, but like, I can just keep going down, and there's more star systems below me, a lot more, and we can go up, and there's more above me, so yeah, there's a lot of stars here, a lot. Okay. LTT 18486, let's have a quick look, let me just confirm that. Yep, okay, we're good to go. So I could just hit launch here, but for the sake of this, I'm going to return to the surface. I really like this. The immersion is amazing. There we go. Now into the big black. Now from here I can launch my ship. So... Oh, and because I turned pre-flight checklist on, you don't have to do it, but for immersion's sake, you may want to turn this on, but it will get annoying very quickly. But just going to show you what this is. You just go through checks. To be honest, I think it's pretty cool. If you just want to simulate being in space and just chilling out and relaxing, this is quite nice. Throttle down, there we go, and that's working. Landing gear, weapons. There we go.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
We're just gonna go directly up. And all the ship sounds are just amazing. This looks beautiful inside. Every time I saw the interior of the ships, I just freaked out because it looks so good. See if we can just flip upside down here. Try and find out where we need to go. The only thing I haven't worked out is how to find like waypoints you've set. There it is, it's right behind me. Now I'm using keyboard and mouse for this, so keep that in mind.
Landing gear retracted.
So we're going to want to make this jump. Let's go ahead and we're waiting for the mass lock. There we go, it's gone. We can now jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
Time to frame shift. Just listen to these sounds.
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
And I've got to be ready here. It chills every time. Okay, so let me just hold the ship here for a moment. Every time you jump, you'll end up in front of a star, as far as I'm aware. But if you get too close, like if you see the radar here, and if you look on the left-hand side, it says 58% with a little flame icon. That is the heat. You can overheat your ship and cause damage and basically get yourself destroyed. And being close to a sun will do that, so every time you jump to here, you need to pull away as quickly as you can, otherwise you will overheat. I mean, just look at that, oh my god. This is beautiful. Got them solar flares as well on the sun. Okay. It's Purdy. One new contact, what have we got? A couple of ships. As far as I'm aware, this is... Oh, there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did click solo play, so there should be no players, just NPCs. Anyway, we need to head to Boswell platform. Okay, so we want to just navigate down here, Boswell platform. Lock destination. It's up there, so we've still got our shift drive enabled. This will allow us to travel at faster speeds. So I basically just have to wait for this to go through. Now, some of the things you can do in this game, you can trade, you can do missions, you can smuggle illegal goods. That smuggling goods sounds really awesome, but very difficult, because what you have to do is get your ship into a starport to sell the illegal goods, but you get scanned as you approach, so it basically requires things like cutting all of your systems on your ship and just floating, drifting into the starport entrance from a long ways away just to make sure you get in there undetected. Cool stuff like that. You could become a pirate, hunt down other players, force them to drop their gear or destroy them and then steal it. You can become a bounty hunter, hunt those said players, hunt people with fines on them that have turned into bounties. You can join factions, you can fight for your faction. There's all sorts of stuff going on in this game, and they're only going to add more, so I'm pretty hyped. One of the cool things that has happened since the game launched was a slave rebellion. I can't show you, I'll be able to show you once we dock, but yeah. It's definitely worth some talk, but yeah, there'll be a lot of travelling, and as I said, this video won't be very action-packed. It's mostly just me doing this trade run to give you guys an idea. I'm going to be doing more videos on this game, and it will include combat. I'm going to try every aspect whenever I can, but yeah, for the moment I'm just taking it easy, getting a hang of it, trying to get used to the keyboard and mouse. It's not ideal, but I definitely like to invest in a joystick and throttle if possible, or at least when funds are there. So one of the cool things people are doing, and you can see this if you watch some streamers, is they downloaded a third-party program for voice commands, and it'll basically, you can give a voice command and it will be bound to some sort of keyboard button. So what people are doing is, you know, issuing a voice command to say set the landing gear down, you know, lock on a target, things like that, launch the ship. And you can also integrate this with various voices, you know, the Microsoft voices. Was it Microsoft Sam and whatever the female voice was? You can get, you know, professional voice packs as well. They sound pretty cool, and you can basically have them reply to you or have them act as like a ship's computer. So people are getting really immersed into this game. That's something I plan on doing at some point, and I'll show you how to get it all set up. But yeah, we're almost here. Now I need to slow down. I haven't worked how this goes, but I'm assuming if I keep it in the blue area, the ship basically just automatically takes over and slows me down, but we'll see. I'm really not sure. I'm slowly getting there. Oh crap. What's going on is that an NPC, a player can do this too, is trying to pull me out of the shift drive so he can attack me, but I managed to escape there. Basically there's a little mini game where you've got to aim for that sort of beacon, that waypoint, to escape, and I managed to there. If I didn't, I'd have been pulled out of the shift drive and I'd have ended up God knows where, and yeah, I'd have probably been in for a fight. Luckily I escaped, so that was unexpected. I'm just slowing down a little bit. Every time I do this I always overshoot it, so I'm going to just let my ship automatically slow down until it lets me get out of this jump. Because otherwise I'll overshoot it by several, you know, like 50 light years, and I have to turn around and come back. Bit of a pain. Should let us jump out soon. There we go. Shift drive disengaged. So there we have Boswell platform. So what I need to do, I need to get in touch with them. Request permission to dock.
Docking request granted.
Okay, so I have found some places you go they can deny you, at which point I left very quickly. So I need to proceed to landing pad 1, which might be, I don't know how many landing pads they have, it varies, but it's the landing pads are basically those orange things. As you can see, it's got the numbers above it, so that's where we need to head. I'm going to try and straighten up here. This place looks amazing. It's one of the cooler looking starports I've seen. Now, ooh, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Get the landing gear out.
Landing gear deployed.
So this is kind of twitchy doing it with the keyboard and mouse. I'm kind of a noob at this. I've been practicing though. It was one of the first things I did. When I first got into the game, I just practiced entering and leaving the starport that we started at. But I believe there is a training thing to help you with it. But here's what happens. As we go to try and land, my radar changes into this. And I basically have to get my ship into the center. Okay, let's go a bit slow, a bit slower. Stop, 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 forward. There we go. We just need to center it up. There we go. And just slowly lower myself down.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Sometimes you may need to land and then turn around a little bit till it locks you in, but it did it automatically. In fact, that was the first time I've ever done it straight away. You don't have to enter the hangar, but for the sake of this video I will. It takes you in there, and I recommend doing this if you log off, to be honest, but you don't have to. So we can check out the starport services, and if I go to the bulletin board, I've got my deliver cargo here. Give cargo. Bam. I've been paid. I've increased my influence here. Basically a bit of reputation with the Federation. The effect it's had is there's going to be no economic bust. So that's good. And yeah, there we have it. So what a lot of people will do, the more experienced players, they'll go to the commodities market, which I wasn't able to show you before, but they will buy, you know, buy low and then take it to somewhere where there's high demand. And what they want to do is try and find a place where they can go back and forth between two places. And it can be very profitable if you work out where the best place to go is. I only have cargo space for like 4 items, so I can't really do anything just yet, but I could start running stuff here soon. I do have 17,000 credits. Can buy the majority of this, minus a couple of things. But yeah, it's going pretty well. So I think I'll just show you that. I can go ahead and refuel everything as well. I always do it whenever I come here. I've been reading a lot of posts on Reddit where people have just, you know, gone out somewhere into the big black and just run out of fuel. I believe there's a distress beacon and self-destruct. Apart from that, I think it might end up being stuck. So that was a quick look at Elite Dangerous. It is the first video in a series. I'm going to keep coming back to this. Hopefully be able to bring you a more in-depth look at the various opportunities in this game, the various features. Hopefully bring you some PvP, some combats, some smuggling, piracy, bounty hunting, and be able to show you some of the big battles. One thing I did mention earlier was that here on the news, oh dear, I think it's broken. Okay, I can't show you, but on here there's currently a slave rebellion going on in one of the star systems, and It's big. It's drawing a lot of players there. There's capital ships there. There's huge battles going on. There, you know, you can go in there. You can capture some slaves, sell them, make some good money. You know, there's a lot to do, and I guess these little news stories are going to happen every time, or all the time, and yeah. So far, I really do like Elite Dangerous. It's a massive space sandbox. You really do need to try and make your own story. It kind of happens naturally. It's similar to playing DayZ. You're playing DayZ, you'll encounter a player, and something will happen with that. You know, be it you kill him, he kills you, he takes you hostage, he force feeds you disinfectant, or you become friends and you go and do an airfield run. You know, this is the type of game where you've got to make your own story if you want to enjoy it, in my opinion at least. Right now, there's not that much content aside from everything I've said, which is still a lot. I imagine it might become the same old, but they're releasing content for this, you know, fairly often. It's always substantial every time they've done an update, from what I can tell. So I'm looking forward to the next big update for this game. Anyway, if you want to check this game out, go to EliteDangerous.com. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel for more Elite Dangerous content that's going to be coming soon. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you for watching. Commander Pauleh signing out.